Get a life sounds like an insult until one day you realize that you have been fucking around for way too long. And the bill always comes, and comes heavy. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, maybe not next year, but it always comes. And you only learn that the hard way. Let me take you through what self-betrayal looks like. What living a fake life actually looks like. When I was a kid, I was 7 years old and I was doing these handstands, and I wanted to do them like elegantly, like do an elegant handstand. And also when I was a kid, I wanted to become a non-smoker. Well, I was not a smoker, of course, but my parents were, and it didn't settle right with me. I feared that I grow up and become a smoker. And so I kind of promised myself that I will not become like my father in this context. Fast forward a few years. I was overweight at 17. I was 117 kilograms at 17. Yeah. I lost that weight gradually, but I picked up other shit along the way. I became a smoker, and the handstand, I was close to doing it. I have a video that I will share on screen as well. I was training to do a handstand, and the teenager version of me wanted a shredded body because I was 117 kilograms. I was fat. Okay, even fatter than this. Like right now, I see myself like very overweight. Back then I was 117. It's insane, right? And so this child version of me knew it's not stupid. It understands that you are fucking around. This, not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, all of a sudden becomes a decade. Because you are refusing to fulfill that child's vision, that child's needs and wants. Not doing so is the self-betrayal, is living a fake life. But saying that out loud is heavy, right? And it requires tons of self-reflection. So what people usually do instead, like I did before, well, escape through any means. Friends, parties, drinks, rolling for the crew, go camping, do this, do that. While you feel engaged and busy, nothing is done. You still sleep and feel empty. And you still sleep and you know there is tons of shit to do. And you know it's fake. The child version of you knows. That's how I smoked 12 years, 30 cigarettes a day. It was a small daily routine of self-betrayal. Daily. And that's how I got overweight. Daily doses of binge eating. Well, binge eating sounds like a temporary state, but when it's the permanent state, that's when it is a self-betrayal. And that's how I got to 121 kilograms in March 2025. 121 kilograms. Like, I can barely go down the stairs without fearing of breaking my leg. Would the child version of me wanted that? And so, because there was no direct consequences for what was going on all the time, the bill kept compounding interest until it came. Until I decided that the enough is enough, it's trying to reclaim my life and actually do what I promised myself to do. And so the bill didn't came yet, right? Because I still have friends, I still have a lovely wife, and I still have my career ahead of me and tons of time and a loving surrounding network. Now, all that vanishes the second life gets heavy. Life gets heavy, and I want to work on myself. And suddenly, everything collapses at once. That's what I mean by the bill comes heavy. Along the way, the fuck-ups started to unfold. How much of myself I have betrayed started to become very clear. 121 kilograms, 30 cigarettes a day, emotionless marriage, fake friends, interest-based friendships. Just a fake life in which I'm pretending that I am alive. But the child that I promised everything long time ago, like, you know the feeling, right? Like, can you imagine how he is feeling? Can you imagine what the child is feeling? Seeing me doing all this shit after all the promises that I made? Very disappointed, right? And so when I started quitting smoking and cutting off fake friendships and like having boundaries with everything, cutting off low effort bullshit, everything started to become very fucking clear. And my first conversation with that child, when I was, like I talked about it before, when I was doing I was doing a run, and that child all of a sudden talked to me clearly about the abandonment that I did, about the bullshitting that I was doing. That how did we get to this point? And I promised that child again, never again. I will never betray you again. And that's how, after I quit smoking, everything was clear then. And so I mentioned before how smoking helps you tolerate a shitty life. When you remove that, the shitty life becomes clear and you want to ferociously change it. Like, you want to change it right now, if you could, right? And that's what ended up happening. I got into divorce. I removed tons of fake friends. I started to rely 100% on myself. And I lost tons of weight. And I built a consistent routine of sports and running. I became a runner. And I am way closer than I have ever been in my life to fulfill that child's promises, what he wanted from me. That's where I now have real, concrete friendships. That's when now I have clear goals that I am actually working on instead of fucking around. I'm like directly working on them. And the work is still in process. It's not done. It's far from done. Because 20-something years of self-betrayal are not easy to reverse. But it is a reversible situation. You can reclaim your life if you have an honest conversation with that child and fulfill their promises. And I'm still in the trenches. The work is not done. Like I said, the point is not to be perfect, but it is to move one step ahead whenever you can. Today, I have less money because of the divorce situation, but I am more financially stable. I have a better body that I used to have 1 year ago. I have more capable body than I used to have 1 year ago. And I have a stronger mind than what I had ages ago. I don't remember when I was this actually engaged with my life. Instead of trying to escape in clubs and events and what? Drinking every week, smoking all day, every day, chain smoking. Friends who are pretending to be inviting you, that's also a hard one. Like they kind of trying not to invite you. They know that you don't want to come. And yet you come, and in the middle of the party, you just leave because you are tired. What I want to say in this video is this. It's never too late to listen to the inner child, but it requires honesty. It requires to sit with yourself and understand that you are probably living a fake life, and you need to get a real life. What you are experiencing is not laziness. It's not lack of productivity or lack of energy or stamina or will to change. It's just that the self-betrayal cycle is vicious, and you need to sit with yourself so you can stop betraying the child in you and actually carry it and its dreams and its wishes on your back and move forward. From my perspective, that's what integrated life looks like. And I can honestly tell you that the trenches is not fun, but that's what it actually looks like. That's what stopping the self-betrayal looks like. That's what moving a step forward looks like. That's all I gotta say in this video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and take care.